How's it going, everyone? So I'm trying something new, and this is something I've not really done before. I've dabbled in YouTube before, but this is just something that I'm kind of passionate about, and I want to try to get into. So today I'm going to show you my entire Pokemon card collection binder, since that seems to be the hot thing right now. But there's not really much to say other than I have a lot to go through. Nothing even crazy. I'm not, I don't want to lie and say that I have an insane collection, because I don't. But I'm just gonna go through page by page and show you guys either some of my favorite Pokemon or some of my favorite artworks that I've obtained over the years, and yeah, just kind of go from cover to cover. So and I should note there's no like real organization here. I really need to come back in here and really refresh this binder. I love the Shellos line, some of my favorites right there. But yeah, this isn't going to be like a particularly interesting video by any means, just something to kind of relax and, I don't know, maybe throw on the background while I'm talking about it, or I don't know, drink a hot cocoa or whatever people do for fun, Got the Gen 8 water starter lines. I have some of these evolution cards. I think that's what the set's called. So the sad thing is, I don't have my collection from when I was a kid, but me and my sister both had thousands of cards from from base set all the way up to probably like Diamond and Pearl. So I know I'm missing out on a lot of stuff. I really wish I knew where those cards went, but I'm sure they're either all sold or thrown away or something sad like that. I really like Dreadnought. I don't know if I like the artwork in the V card necessarily, but he's one of my favorites in Gen 8, just design-wise. I like Dewpider and Araquanid a lot too. They're some of my favorites. So some of these I've doubled up on, as you can tell, like over here I've doubled up, and then and you can see, kind of pointless. And at one point, I just kind of started putting the same ones. So like here, you can see I have like 3 or 4 of these Wingles in one pocket. Like I said, I seriously need to go through and redo this. I have the Gen 7 water starter line, which is kind of nice. I really like the artwork of that Brion right there. Yeah, super cool in my opinion. Brexish, hate that thing. I hate Crabominable so much. Over here, I love this Glalie artwork. I wish I had a Frostlass, I believe it's called, from the set. So I should note that most of this collection is going to be from Sun and Moon base onward. Like, I don't really have any older cards anymore, sadly, which is a real shame. Now, on to one of my favorite types, at least when it comes to the cards. I really like the artwork and just the way that the black cards end up looking. I don't know, it just looks kind of nice. I love Galarian Zigzagoon. I think what they did was super interesting with that. I don't know, all the artworks always just seem to look super cool or super funny, or I just like the dark type. Here I have 3 Zigzagoons, 3 Linoons, and 3 Obstagoons all hollow. I guess these are actually worth something. Not crazy, but I think they go for like $8. But you could buy a whole set of these and like get a booster pack out of it. I think it was at Target. So yeah, get your money's worth there. More Zigzagoons and Linoons, just different art. I really like what they've done there. I love this Trubbish artwork so much. People hate on Trubbish, but it's unjustified. Like, Trubbish is adorable. Maybe not in the games, but I think the artwork makes him look cute. Actually, Alolan Grimer, I hate Alolan Grimer, like in Sun and Moon, but like the artwork there is adorable. I really like the Alolan Rattata artwork there as well. Some Raticates, not necessarily crazy about those. Alright, now we get into the fire types. Nothing pops out for me here except the Cinderace V, but I don't know, something weird about the V cards. They don't really do it for me artwork-wise. Like, I don't really like them all that much. Sizzlipede, I love Sizzlipede. One of my favorites. Litwick, Lampet, love those guys too. They're awesome. Sorry if I'm not getting everything in this shot. Like I said, I've never really like made a video like this before, so this is gonna be just as new for you as it is me. I have a nice hollow Chandelure there. I really like Chandelure. Really, really cool. Mag Mortar, I didn't even know I had that. That's awesome. I love this artwork of Sizzlipede. That's probably my favorite artwork of it. I really like, if you haven't been able to pick up on it yet, I really like artwork with like detailed backgrounds that aren't just like stock images. Like all the artwork on this page is pretty incredible. Lampent, super interesting like 2D art there. I really like that a lot. Torkoal, design-wise, one of my favorites. Okay, and now we're gonna move on to grass type, which this is my favorite both in the games and card game wise. I always end up loving the artwork. I love the Pokemon designs, just everything about it. I feel like Orbeetle gets a lot of hate, but I love Orbeetle. Oops. Gossifleur, Roselia. I love that Rose Raid artwork, super awesome. I don't know what set that's from. I can't even remember the set names after Sword and Shield. I know there's like Burning Ablaze or Vivid Voltage, or hell, I don't even know if I'm getting those right. Lotad, he's one of my favorites. Also, look at this artwork of Caterpie. Like, nobody likes Caterpie, but that artwork is like one of the most adorable things I've ever seen in my life. Some cool Scyther artworks there. I like Masquerain, pretty cool. Some Applins, Lotad, Lombre. Like I said, I really like the Lombre line, Lotad line. I want to have a Vikavolt. I don't think I have a Vikavolt, but that's what he evolves into. Some cool stuff over here. More Dewpider and Araquanids, but the grass type. It'd be fun to see if you could make a deck out of that one of these days. More cute Caterpie artwork. Also, this one tells a story. That one, I knew that looked familiar because that's like the episode from the anime that everybody remembers as a kid, where like Butterfree gets released into the wild, and it says "Bye Bye Heal," and it's just like, I don't know, it was kind of a nice reference, and the artwork's really, really cool. Same with this Butterfree. I don't really play this game competitively in any way, so like I don't actually know what's like good and what's not, but you get kind of a general gist, and I'm not sure about those cards, but it's whatever. Alright, now onto the Steel type. Not crazy about the Steel type Pokemon, but there's some cool stuff in here. Now I will say, for anybody who's kind of zoned out, there's a lot of cool stuff more towards the back of the binder. That's where I keep a lot of my GXs and super ultra rare stuff. Yeah, I don't have much Steel type. So here's my Electrics. Like I said, when I first started collecting, I was just doubling up and tripling up and not really paying attention to the space of my binder, which I now definitely regret because I'm gonna have to go through everything all over again. I like the Shinx artwork a lot. Got a couple Charger Bugs, just wish I had the Vikavolt. Toxtricity is cool to have. I didn't even know I had that. I'm not even up to date on my own collection. Boltund, I don't really like him very much. The artwork's bland. I just think the artworks for these V cards are like bland. They're like just odd looking to me. I really like the artwork of this Tynamo. Kind of neat. Oh, I have the whole line. I didn't even know that. See, look, we're all learning something new today, I guess. Togedemaru, not a fan of that one by any means. And then these two came from what was somewhat recently released, I think the Trainer's Toolbox or whatever it is. It's like basically a deck builder's kit for Pokemon. Yeah, they just threw those in there. That was kind of cool. And I kind of like the artwork there too. It's pretty cool. All right, on to fighting / ground type, whatever it goes by in this game. And here we have two V cards that I'm not a fan of. Both of them. I don't really like Stonejourner or Sandaconda, at least in this artwork. I think in the games they're kind of cool, but I don't know. Like I said, the V cards kind of ruin a lot of Pokemon for me. They just look bland. I mean, tell me if I'm the only one who thinks that, but Maybe I am, I don't know. Again, I'm not really saying too much about the fighting / ground types because I'm not like crazy about a lot of them. I do like the Solrock and Lunatone artwork here though. Kind of cool. And actually, I'm not a fan of Sudowoodo, but that artwork's pretty nice. I like that a lot actually. I like this Lycanroc too, that's pretty cool. And this Donphan here, I always thought was super strange because it looks like the old school artwork from like the 90s and the early 2000s, but it's like on a newer card that's like from like Burning Shadows, I think, or something like that. Like it's like only 4 years old. 5 maybe, 6, I don't know. Can't even count. These fairy types, not crazy about. I like the Ralts and Curly line. But that's about it. Here we get into some cooler stuff here. This Indeedee, I don't like the Pokemon much, but I think that's a valuable one. I think that's one of those textured cards. Yeah, it is. So you're starting to see some of the cool stuff, but nothing crazy yet. Weezing, I think that was a promo card that I picked up in one of those, I think blister packs is what they're called. Also, the Sigilyph is really interesting to me. The artwork, like, in the background just looks so desolate and hopeless and, like, I don't know, it's just kind of weird for a Pokemon card, but I really like it a lot. Galarian Corsola, I kind of like that. I'm happy that with all the new forms that they've been giving Pokemon, they've been, like, giving them to Pokemon that actually, like, need updated. And there's Corsola right there. Holographic. So if anybody has any suggestions of how I could organize my binder different, that would be cool too. Because, you know, obviously you can tell right now it's a bit of a mess. Trubbish, again, cute artwork in my opinion. Sandygast, I love Sandygast. Gast. And that Toxicroak is really cool. Alright, last type. On to all the normals. Or maybe there's Dragon type after this, I'm not really sure. I love Rickety and Corvisquire. I wish I had a Corviknight, but I do not. At least to my knowledge, unless it's in the back with all the shiny good stuff. Here's a shiny Rayquaza. I believe that was also a promo. Yeah, it is. Probably from one of those blister packs again. Because sometimes they just display a promo card and they're like, here, have at it. Which is where I got all those Obstagoons, like I said before. Another Rayquaza. Had no idea I had two. Also, this Wingle's artwork is like really weird to me. I just noticed it. I've never paid that much attention to it before. Like, I like how minimal it is. It's kind of neat. Gosh, I have so many Bewares, and that's something I'm not in like any way into. I hate Beware. Oh, I'm already causing so many enemies in the comments. I can feel it now. Okay, and yeah, I have some Dragon types, it looks like. And that's pretty much it. So now, obviously, you guys don't want to look at any of this stuff because that's just trainer cards. Well, Team Meow, I have the full art of that, and I do have something else pretty special. Yeah, right there. I think she's worth something. I think she's like maybe 10 or 15 bucks, but that's one of my favorite cards. Because who doesn't love Sonya? She's awesome. For some reason, I was doing that. I know this is going to drive a lot of people crazy. I have no idea why I was collecting those, but in that fashion, but I was. So this is interesting. Before I got back into this, I started a collection a while ago, and I was doing it based on set and set number, as you can see, but I gave that up pretty quickly. But I'll just give you a kind of a rundown. This is just the Sun and Moon base set. I have Decidueye GX, one of my favorites, and also Lurantis GX, another one of my favorites. Shiinotic shiny, Serene shiny, or not shiny, holographic, but you know what I mean. As you can see, I'm missing a lot of the cards that I would need to actually make this complete, but I was going to try for it at one point. And this is something that I'm desperately wanting to organize differently. Shiny Gigalith. I like this shiny pattern a lot better in the Sun and Moon sets than I do in the Sword and Shield. Like, I don't think the Sword and Shield ones look bad, but like, I don't know, there's something about the shiny pattern in Sun and Moon that just grabs my attention more. It's hard to tell through like a bunch of plastic sleeves, but it's cool. Shiny Dragonite, that's also one of my favorites right there. I don't even like Dragonite, but like it's just a cool card to have. I shouldn't say I don't like Dragonite, I'm not like, there's other dragon types I would like to have instead. So anyway, more trainer cards. The next set that came after Sun and Moon, I can't remember the name. It was either Burning Shadows or something like that. I was kind of trying to do the same thing. Didn't get too far. You're probably seeing a lot of repeats at this point. Yeah, actually, I think all these are repeats, except that Delmise, that's cool. And also the Lunala is cool, too. But yeah, these are all repeats I have earlier on, for the most part. Oops. Let me see. Okay, so now we have Sylveon Gx. Pretty neat. And then we're going to get into some cool stuff. Komodo GX, which is cool. I like a lot of the Gen 7 Pokemon are really, really cool to me. Actually, people give me crap about it all the time, but Gen 7 is like Sun and Moon are some of my favorite Pokemon games of all time, so it's kind of cool to have some of these cards, like the Aether Paradise and Altar of the Moon. Just kind of reminds you of playing the games, I guess. Some of the locations are cool. So here's where I gave up, and here's where like a lot of the interesting stuff's gonna come in. And when I say gave up, I mean gave up on organizing, you know, years and years and years ago. I have two Necrozmas. One is just the regular GX, and then one is the, I guess the ultra rare. I don't really know the rarity system either anymore, but that's the one with the actual texture on it. Darkrai GX, which is one of my favorites. I'm really, really happy to have that. Tapu Koko also with the textured front to it. Lucario, Kingdra, these are just shinies. If you just see a card. Malamar is not even shiny. I think I just wanted to build a deck out of that at one point. And I don't know. I like the artwork. Marshadow GX, cool to have that one. Noivern, also cool. Duraludon, for a V card, actually looks pretty cool, in my opinion. Umbreon, always cool to have an Umbreon. This is one of my favorite cards. I love this artwork. I love, I don't know what set it was, but they started doing like these artworks where like the Pokemon would get a GX form, and then like the trainer who would normally use it is in the background, and it just looks super cool. Gumshoos GX, Salazzle GX, Metagross GX, all cards I'm super happy to have. I mean, not necessarily the Gumshoos, but these two are super cool. And then I don't know for sure, but these are probably the most valuable cards in my collection currently, just because they're like the rainbow textured rare cards. Solgaleo in particular is something I'm really happy to have. I like Solgaleo a lot. Like I said, Gen 7 are some of my favorite games, so it's cool to have that. Absol's cool to have. Steven's Resolve. I ended up just finding a couple of holo cards just laying around, and I was just like, oh, those need to be in my binder. Yeah. And then everything from here on out is pretty much repeats. These are just all my reverse holos. So, I mean, nothing in particularly special, but it's still cool to have on display. Oh, actually, that card's cool. See, they kind of did that with that card, too. Really neat. I like that a lot, actually. Just showing Steven in the background is pretty cool. Alright. Getting down, I love the Vileplume artwork, the Parasect artwork, Butterfree, again. Last page. Oh, Shroomish. So, for those of you who don't know, Shroomish is my favorite Pokemon of all time. Shroomish and Breloom. Like, I love that line so much. So, I don't actually have a Breloom card. I hope they make more, but he's not in Sword and Shield, so I wonder if they'd even, like, bother making a card with him in it. These two, I love Scorch, so that's pretty neat to have. I love those. And yeah, that's about it. And I think that's everything here so far. Yep. Alrighty, so obviously, as you could tell, I didn't really know what I was doing. I'm not by any means the most knowledgeable person about Pokemon cards, like in any way. But yeah, if you want me to do more, which I'm thinking about doing pack openings and collection updates and trading online, I think that'd be super fun and just a little side hobby to get into. So I appreciate anybody who stuck around to watch this, and if you have anything to let me know down below, feel free. I'll be down there responding to comments if there are any. And I think that's all I got, so I will see you guys next time. Thanks for watching.